What's up everyone, Mr. Sakitumi here. Nkakenzia aka the Grrrl and I are happy to be invited by Theo for the BE 2022 program. We've been asked to create a little show and tell vid, so we are going to share a quick simple video mashup process of how we would create a YouTube band from various vids off YouTube. So I'll start off the first part of the vid using Ableton Live 11, the latest version, and Video Sync, which adds a video extension to Live. Let's go! Okay, we've got 6 vids that I've dragged into the timeline here in arrangement view. We've got a drummer, bass player, finger drummer, we have a rapper,
Annabelle. Heard she has a thing for horses, so can I tie her to a carousel in a fairground just so she hangs around?
And a solo a cappella vocalist.
Tell me a tale, I'm dirty dancing by myself, gone off taps, or that acid for me a circle.
And a nice little fun little vid. In case you're wondering how I got the videos off YouTube, if you find a video that you like on YouTube, copy the URL, and I use a program called 4K Video Downloader. You paste the link, and what it'll do is it'll allow you to actually download the video through that link on 4K Downloader. As you can see, you can choose the frame rate as well as the aspect ratio, and then you can click download, and then you'll be able to use it and drag it into Ableton Live. Okay, the thing about grabbing completely different videos from each other is they're all playing in their own time. So the drummer is playing in a different tempo to the bass player, to the finger drummer, to the rapper, to the singer, etc. And I want to put them in time with the click track of a tempo of 96 BPM. So if I put the click on and I play the drummer, you can actually hear he's actually not playing in time to my click track, but he's playing on his own tempo. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use warping. Okay, what I really love about Ableton Live's warping feature is you can actually warp video as well as audio. So I'm going to actually activate warp feature on the video clip, and as you can see, it puts a little yellow warp marker. So now I'm going to actually put it back to the beginning and play the click. So I'm looking for downbeats of the audio of the drummer that matches the beat above. See, there's a downbeat there, and I'm going to move it on to 3. Switch this out to a 4-bar beat. Okay. So that gives you an idea of what you can do with the tempo and warp markers. And if you really want to get fancy with elastic audio, you can take any warp marker, add it, and actually stretch it left and right. You can move it there. You can move it left. So here are all the video clips warped. So here's the drummer. The bass player. And here's the finger drummer that's been warped in time. Here's the rapper that's been warped in time.
Annabelle. Heard she has a thing for horses, so can I tie her to a carousel in a fairground just so she hangs around? So we can talk, then hang your head next to the stuff.
I'll give you an example of how the original of the a cappella vocal was in time, on its own time.
Hear me tell I'm dirty dancing by myself, gone off taps. Or that acid, form me a circle, watch my Jagger. Might lose my jacket and hit a solo.
So once it's been warped, you can actually see how it actually plays in time.
Hear me tell I'm dirty dancing by myself, gone off taps. Or that acid, form me a circle, watch my Jagger. Might lose my jacket and hit a solo one time.
And some cool artifacts of stretching audio. Here's this little video that's actually now been in time, put in time with the warp markers. And the beauty about once you've actually warped video and audio in Ableton Live, if you speed up the tempo, the warp markers will actually concertina the sound, stretch it out or compress it to fit the tempo that you choose. So if I make this faster, and the opposite if I really slow it down. And that's cool. As amazing as it is to use video in arrangement view in Live, I actually wanted to jam all these videos in session view. Session view looks like this. And it's a whole bunch of the same clips, of the video clips, which I can now jam together. The only limitation though, is if I hold down the clip and I want to drag it in session view, if I drag it in, it's the same video clip in session view. If I push play, as you can see, the video does not display. So generally, video does not play in session view traditionally. And this is where video sync comes in. So I'm going to delete that clip and I'm going to get rid of this video. And video sync is a program that allows me to use a player that if I play the video in session view, it'll play it out. It's pretty neat. And if I play the bass player as well, okay, so right now I've got the videos playing full screen, and if I put the drum and the bass player together, it can get rather messy if I put the rapper together as well.
Annabelle, heard she has a thing for horses, so can I tie her to a cat?
Okay, so now this is where I can use some of the video sync plugins that they give you. I'm going to use the crop map and the transform. So if I go back to the drums, you'll actually see I've got them muted over here. The crop will actually crop the video and make it smaller, and then the transform is where I can place it in the canvas. So now you'll actually see. And if I do the same thing for the bass player and activate the crop map and the transform, and I play the bass player, I can place it to wherever I want in the canvas. I'm placing it bottom right. And here's with the rapper cropped and placed to the bottom left.
Annabelle, heard she has a thing for horses, so can I tie her to a carousel in the fairground just so she...
And if I decide to use the vocalist,
Hear me tell I'm dirty dancing by myself, gone off taps. Or that acid.
and if I play the finger drummer, and the Squid Game video. Which is really cool. Video Sync actually also offers effects that you can affect the videos as well, but I'm going to leave that up to the Grrrl, aka Inka Kenzia, to take that from this point. I'm just going to do a quick little jam with the push and the videos in session view with Video Sync, and you can get a feel for how much fun you can have doing video mashups in session view in Ableton Live. But before I continue, let me actually switch off this click track that's been going on. Sorry about that. Let me start launching some clips. This is the push, which actually correlates with what you see in session view. So the colors match what you see in session view. So when I hit a button, it's going to trigger the video clip. So let's start.
Annabelle, heard she has a thing for horses, so can I tie her to a carousel in the fairground just so she hangs around? So we can talk, then hang her head next to the stuffed deer in Annabelle. Heard she has a thing for horses, so can I tie her to a carousel in the fairground just so she hangs around? So we can talk, then hang her head next to the stuffed deer in my corridor. Hello, Cadence. I'm partially faded with terracotta sculptures and a Nigerian waitress who likes singing on day shifts and has a thing for Liberian paintings but laughs at combs. She cut hair ever since a compliment told her that she looked like a dark-skinned Amber Rose. Cartwheels in a satin robe, now she's modeling to Canon catwalks on the camera phone till her feet hurt. Her favorite customer's a blind guy with an all-seeing eye t-shirt. Hitchhiking with
Hear me tell I'm dirty dancing by myself, gone off tabs, or the acid, form me a circle, watch my jagger, might lose my jacket, and hit it solo. Hear me tell I'm dirty dancing. Hear me tell I'm dirty dancing. Hear me tell I'm dirty dancing. Hear me tell I'm dirty dancing.
Annabelle, heard she has a thing for horses, so can I tie her to a carousel in the fairground just so she hangs around? So we can talk, then hang her head next to the stuffed deer in my corridor. Hello, Cadence. I'm partially faded with terracotta sculptures and a Nigerian waitress who likes singing on day shifts and has a thing for Liberian paintings but laughs at combs. She cut hair ever since a compliment told her that she looked like a dark-skinned Amber Rose. Cartwheels in a satin robe, now she...
Thank you very much. I'm going to hand you over to the girl, and she's going to take over with the video effects of what we're going to come up with this little video.
Mr. Sakitumi and the Grrrl present the Mr. Sakitumi and the Grrrl show, now in real 3D.
Hey there everyone, I am super excited to share this software that I absolutely love, which is VideoMix, and remixing a little bit of the YouTube band that Mr. Sakitumi has prepared with this song. So I'll be chatting you through this fantastic software, really amazing, which is VideoMix over here. The great team at vidvox.net, David Lublin and all the great people there, have developed this really fantastic software that has completely changed things for me for my pre-production side, and obviously live, you know, it's what I love. It's just the best. So have a look at that. What I'm using is an Ohm RGB controller, and basically everything in here is completely MIDI mappable. I'll talk you through that, and I will mainly be using the example that we've got, which is all these great clips that Sean has prepared. Bam, bam, bam. And I will be mainly talking you through affecting colors and just doing basic effects, but also being able to record these out if you wanted to be using this for pre-production. Over here are the effects. You can literally set up anything that you'd like. You load an asset if you have an effect that you have over here. This was a chain setup previously, and any of this can be switched on and off. And you can see here, if I'm just when it's green, it means it has got some kind of a MIDI mapping assigned to it, and you can easily assign a new channel to this by right-clicking and doing a MIDI detect, and literally then changing it as it goes. And this is also assignable to something that is not MIDI. So if you don't have a controller, don't worry. You can use a data source like an LFO, which obviously are these fabulous fun things running over here, on which you can set the tempo, and then that will, as you can see, adjust the slider as we go. So something is completely automatable. And when you like an effect, you literally just read, write, and it saves that way of how your mapping is run on this specific effect. So for these clips that the fantastic Mr. Sakitumi has already looped up and prepared, I would usually just set them up with some kind of color or something before and just prepare them a little bit for some remixing live. So I started VJing with VHS tapes, and I really like thinking about VJing very much like an AB, like vinyl, you know, left-right audio, left-right mix. So if I'm usually mixing, I would bring things in quickly like that. Treating these clips, I would usually do something quite minor, that they're all more sitting with each other in terms of a color perspective, and then just setting it up for further effects later on. You can see that these colors are quickly changeable over here, and we can do some really fun things really quickly. And then you can use this little button over here to hit record and basically save this clip as is if you wanted to, or have it simply saved as a new chain. So you'd hit plus over here and save it as a new effect like this. So you can obviously work on all the separates like we have, and there are endless fun effects to dive through. You will find these under load assets. Basically you've got all of the things that you can pick. It's a complete fantastic smorgasbord of awesomeness in here. Up here you would basically be selecting your various clips that you've got in your banks. If you have the MIDI mapped, obviously it's great because you can just trigger them via any kind of MIDI that you've got set up for it, and otherwise no worries at all, it's all clickable with the mouse. I have some things set up that I work with a lot that are scaling and positioning and just the way I like to play, but it's really great because the software is completely changeable. You can change your interface and do literally set it up completely the way you want it to be, so you can very personally express yourself through it. This is the clip that I've got from Mr. Sakitumi, and any of these kind of effects are in the chain and I can rearrange them. I really like these lovely effects over here, this displacement, which is great and glitchy and is a way I can layer these two together. And I'm going to add another bit of an adjustment here that is just bringing this closer together with these colors. What is also really super is how things interact once you start looking at different transform modes. So on this I would be setting something like exclusion, and then you get into a really great place over here. What works well when playing live is also just really scratching up the timing in a video. Obviously this would be playing to whatever Mr. Sakitumi is doing on the beats and me just interpreting it a little bit more freeform, because the sync would be coming from his side. This is a fun look. It's definitely over the top, which is what we like. This has all been to show you how quick it is to change a clip into any kind of thing that you'd like it to be, and any kind of visual aesthetic that you're really into. I'm loving where this crazy vaporwave neon vibe has taken us, and yeah, this is my new favorite effects chain, I think. I'm gonna have to make a note of it, and definitely a save asset, which is saving it as a favorite for next time. When you open up VideoMix, your interface will look completely different. This is not an in-depth dive into this, but just so you know, when you open it up, just go to templates, use one of their templates that are set up as a simple setup, and start from there and just build your own world. I love it. It's changed my life, and I hope it does the same for you. Awesome. Bye.